franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Brady. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. So Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Brady going to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Into the red zone, it's Brady.
Completes this out left to Ruggs.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Motion, motion, motion. Hey, 66. 33. 33. Hey, man.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
From the gun, it's Brady. Being chased out left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They'll try to run with ETN.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Travis Etienne,
his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Here's Fields.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Fields. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
To throw is Fields. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Kadarius Toney.
His third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 9, Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get to that. Mike over there. Mike 9, Mike 9. Alert.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Watch safety three. Watch safety three. Alabama, Alabama. Check 99. Check 99. Check.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Brady now on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Hey, check like 33. Check like 33. Hey, let's get them homes.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Fields on first down.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Mecole Hardman.
Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check like 33, check like 33. All day, every day, any day. Mike, check 33, 33. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, Alabama, Alabama.
Brady now to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. It's taken to the 26. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, check like 33, check like 33. Touchdown, defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Forced out to his left. And Brady able to get down as he picks up a first. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Shotgun now for Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 33, 33. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Now Brady. Looking deep for Julio. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. Hey, pull down. Pull down. Shut.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
On the move to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
They live to fight another down, right?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Cordero Patterson in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
This is Jakeem Grant.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Taking a shot for Samuel. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Curtis Samuel, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now a play fake. Brady. They'll roll him out right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Mike Williams.
An 80-yard touchdown. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
You had fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rule seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a...
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
On play action, Fields.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this is caught. Touchdown. Robert Woods. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Jakeem Grant now to return. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Buying time to his left.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 44. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On play action, it's Brady. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team And let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Play action. It's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback. It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Fields now to throw. And this is caught by Williams. The 30. 10. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
91 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Under 10, 10. Check three, check three, check three. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Here we go with Johnson. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. David Johnson denied here on the 4th down run. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Fields. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Brady to throw. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. That catch good for only a couple.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon.
97 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Brady now on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Well, they'll get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still not big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2? They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. Cano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
Come on, D. 55 is mine, guys. 55. I know he ain't got it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. 39 yards there, a big one. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal, and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 37.